right, we're here with Paul Thurston from Laubacher Farms. Paul, you want to tell us what's the size of the parcel that you have out here in Somis and what you're growing right now?
Yeah, you know, this is it's actually 67.7 if you want to be exact acres, and we're working with about 5-6 at a time here. And we've got another piece where you see that other corn sticking up.
Yep.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 more beds over there.
Okay.
They're old. We're going to take them out, but that's where where your the gold bar squash is.
Oh, cool.
That we've been picking for you. So.
All right.
Yeah. So that's
the size, and then what do you have growing right now?
Growing, we have quite a bit of everything's coming in nice. We've got a lot of beans here. We've got a Vermont cranberry. We've got lima beans. Cannellini beans and calypso.
Okay.
In addition to the French haricot vert and the purple variety as well down that way. These here is a bed of beets. We've got gold beets, red beets, and striped beets.
Okay.
We've got some tomatoes coming in here along this corn. It's a little bit tight. Looks like we're gonna have to do something fancy there. And what else? We've got some big monster squash over here. We've got 2 big winter squashes.
What are your? I see. Is that butternut there, Paul? That you have?
We've got butternut.
Yep.
And the delicata.
Oh, those are nice.
And we also have some red curry.
Red curry.
So those are pretty much the squashes, and in addition, we've got the summer squash. We've got gold bar. The zephyr, which is the green and yellow mixed, and a green zucchini. A lot of corn, baby corn.
You doing large size as well, or just the baby?
Well, you know, we have a few. This is large here.
Yeah.
That here, this corn here.
Yeah.
Lord, that's hers.
Is that right?
She's saved some seed from last year and dried it out in her own house, and she's got her own crop of yellow corn. Yeah.
Great. And then something that I think is very unique about this particular farm is that Laubacher Farm is a historical family farm in the area, and larger farm. They're farming under management probably a few thousand acres, I would guess, or 1,000 acres.
Yeah, they got up to 2,200 acres.
2,200 acres.
Yeah,
okay.
and they're down to around 16.5 now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just getting a little bit too many. Things slowed down with the virus.
Yep.
And so sales are down for everybody. For me, you, I don't know.
Yeah, all of us.
Just
yeah.
Everybody's, inching
That's
along.
right.
So they did cut back a little bit, but they're actually adding some more. They're going to add another couple hundred acres of organic.
Yeah.
They have this piece here. They have 10 acres over of Del Norte organic.
Yeah.
And this piece here.
And I think it's interesting in that you're coming in with your background of direct sales. One of the early pioneers of farm to table, selling to chefs. You were there in those late 90s, early 2000s days. And I mean, what's that transition like? I mean, I know you're obviously doing a small parcel, 5 acres of diversified seasonal vegetables. How's that transition been? You coming in, partnering up with your family, with the family here, and them seeing, do they get a kick out of this? The 5 acres diversified, selling to chefs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. They, I tell you what they envy a little bit is that you get a lot. They get maybe $5 for a box of chard or something, or cilantro. 60 bunches can be down to $4 and $5.
Depending on the marketplace, yeah.
And we're getting, $2.50 a bunch.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, you guys are really, bringing it in, but very small quantities compared to what they're doing. So
yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah,
and that's where Farmivore comes in, where it is that multi-tiered offering for you. So obviously you also sell direct, right to your chefs, right to your buyers. But then when you have excess product, or you're long on product, or you have plenty of something, we come in and we hopefully can buy some cases and help support your farm as well in that way, right?
Correct. Yeah. That's worked out well. I've been able to do that, and working with the Abundant Table as well.
Yeah.
They can sometimes pick up a few. you know, it's great. Yeah, it's a mix of like a little symbionese kind of a relationship here with everybody, with you, with us, with Abundant Table, and all the farmers there at McGrath Farms. And,
that's great. And then, so we're now in summer. Paul definitely was one of the farmers I learned most from. Phil, Paul, Carranza family, as far as the actual what to grow, when to grow it, how to sell it. What do you had always told me, we kind of finish our plantings, you know, in the late fall, and kind of let them overwinter. Obviously, we Southern California, we could still do some plantings in the wintertime, but as we move towards these fall plantings, what are you looking towards putting in the ground?
You know what? A lot more things that are relative to the home, and rather than to the restaurant.
Right.
I got right here a lot. Most of this stuff is all restaurant. It's planted 3 months ago. That's the thing about farming.
Wow.
It's so slow. You're 90 days behind everybody.
This is important, what he's saying right here.
So yeah, so now I have all these beans and squash and you name it, corn. I mean, I'm not even picking it. There's no reason to pick it. There's nowhere to sell it. So I'm looking at focusing on what people need at home, and that's going to be lettuces, broccoli. What else? That's what I'm in the process now of figuring out.
More staples type stuff.
Yeah. Staples type stuff.
Did you have any questions for Paul? I mean, what he just said right there is massive as far as explaining the farmer challenge of 3 months ago he's planted something and then that market disappears. We have to make adjustments quickly. So that was anything you want to add in there? Or
well, I have to imagine just the comparison you're making to Laubacher, who's getting potentially $5 a case. You told me about the celery example, with celery being $80 a box one year, $6 the next. I feel like with something the size you're doing here, even though you are 90 days behind, so to speak, you do have a little more wiggle room and flexibility than if you've got hundreds of acres in a certain crop that's now selling for $5 a box.
Yes, yeah. Well, I don't have to disc it all. I mean, I can just sell the smaller amounts.
Yeah.
That's what when you have those big acres, you have 80 acres of cilantro or something, and the markets cost more to pick it, harvest it, than you can get to sell it. You just got to mow it down. It's really disheartening, I think, just to see that can happen. But yeah, it's a very difficult. It's a big challenge either way.
Do you find that it's a good partnership between you and the bigger Laubacher farm? I presume you share equipment.
Yeah.
You're able to lease their land here.
I've got 2 of the tractor drivers here now, so yeah, it works out great. I've got about 6 employees that I keep busy all the time, and then I can borrow. So that's really great. Saves so much. I mean, if you were going to stop and try to put a farm together and buy a tractor and buy this and all the equipment, the implements, I don't know. I don't know if you can do it. Yeah, unless you got a lot of money in.
And that's something similar we did with McGrath Farm, right? So as Phil started moving towards retirement, we utilized existing infrastructure, existing tractors on site, because how else would you do it?
What's up, Big Don?
Hey, what's up,
This
man?
is Donnie Laubacher, one of the big owners.
All right, how you doing, Don?
Hey, good to meet you, Don.
This is Mike,
Max.
and Max,
Yeah.
and Rosie.
Yeah. All right, hi guys. Hey, we have a distribution company called Farm of